DRX.
Who's your source?
They even said it.
It stacks in
No,
it.
yeah, literally. Stack said it himself. We had like tier 2, tier 3 EMEA teams reporting back that they were like demolishing DRX, and then they've come through and played some of the best Valorant in officials. It's a different ball game altogether. So for Fnatic, you need the officials on stage. You got to get those. Get those games in, and it's similar to what we said about Liquid, right? When we had that interview with Scream, and he said that he thinks actually being here instead of being straight into playoffs is an advantage for them because they can warm up into it. Now for Fnatic, you know, they don't have the history together to fall back on that, and this is where I get a little bit worried. We're like, you got to have a little bit of a better performance coming out of the gate, because the warm-up time's going to be kind of tough.
Also, then they'll switch a player, so there is no real warm-up time. It's like,
well, that's it. That's
you're going to warm up
to
then switch anyway, and then you have to warm up again. So they're in a bad spot out of everybody. Of course, this round for NIP is one where they've invested barely anything. They know the alarm bot's down mid, and it looks like they might be attempting to try and bait with it, like just break it and almost force a rotation in the other direction. The problem, however, is they have seen the remainder of the players. So killing off the 3 on short, that only leaves a couple to go in, and they've forced 0 rotation. So the remainder for Fnatic know exactly where they are. They've already been spotted, and Magnum should be able to wire out both players. It wasn't quite as clean as you'd like, but
I knew that Magnum was going to do it. We know this guy, but Cowanzine has taken out the Odin as well.
Yeah, of course. Prime Gaming flawless. This is what you always want to see when you are the team with the bonus round. That's the whole point. You make yourself a few extra credits, you get yourself the ultimates. And well, this is a straight up B push. There is nothing other than this. They are all going straight through B main, and Fnatic have been... No, I don't think so.
Yes, I mean, at this point, they have to just play hard retake. There's no way to get back in there and try to fight this, surely, but hold on, maybe they're going to pop that flash through. Johnson, the smoke! He's taking a triple! What is this guy doing? Still alive as well, running around and taking heads. This guy is just something else. Veerot, the final man standing, as a 1v3 with a Sheriff in hand, and I think I know the end of this story. We'll see. There's damage done at least to Cowanzine, but with John still alive.
I've seen someone clutch a situation like this with a Sheriff.
Don't you even start. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Not my
It's the next map up as well, and Veerot's on the server. I don't want to hear about a Sheriff 1v4 on Split, okay?
He's got a rifle now, and he's just going to leave. To be honest, if he can get even 1 kill and then leave, this is actually a really successful round for Fnatic for a bonus. Of course, they're in a spot where, realistically, winning it would have been ideal just to get them back into a position where they have a good economy and they can actually start to close this out. How much damage can Veerot do here? He's got himself 1. Anything more would have been great, but John is he's just lightning fast on those duels.
By the way, they knew pretty much that it was a retake, because look at the amount of utility coming through from spawn. They'd already seen that there were players in market.
He's actually crazy.
He just runs in, takes this fight, then just dashing away.
But
Yeah,
it's also when you know that your opponent has like weaker weapons.
That's the crazy thing. Wow, the confidence definitely built up for NIP. They've hit double digits now, but we have to remember, that was a weak buy from Fnatic. Now they've got the full buyout, and this is where you have to be very cautious as the attackers. Hyber's operator is lurking somewhere, but NIP don't know where. You can see that they're being cautious and droning out mid, but it's in B main that you can see Hyber scoped in, waiting for someone to step out. BNJ is sat there with the spike. He's about to step on into the crosshair. Luckily, it's Cowanzine that goes down, though.
Oh, the flash is so solid. Wow, Veerot actually manages to find a double. This is looking so clean, and BNJ is the only one left standing. Stuck within B main, the rotation already coming through from Boaster just to deny his spot, and they have players watching on that flank as well. Mystic will catch him with a knife out, but, well, doesn't manage to get much else.
Yeah, the jump keeps him safe. He's stepped back a second just to give a little bit of a clue that he was TPing away. Way to go.
Yeah, in all honesty, this is the side where I think if Hyber was going to properly pop off, this is where you'd expect it. That defensive side operator is something that we've really enjoyed watching from him, but also his role on the attack is much more of like pretty good side.
Well, this is going to be quite a fast round. John's already going in there. I'm scared of this guy on attack with a Blade Storm. He's just attacking Fnatic are too. They're playing a hard retake, and of course they are. Look at what Magnum has to work with.
No one's destroyed the target, finally.
Doing 50 damage to Timmy. All right. So we're going to have double lockdowns coming into play. That's going to be an interesting scenario. Hyber already caught one, but is he ready? Oh, he shouldn't be. Why would he? That's a great kill.
Oh.
A little bit awkward.
The thing is, they only really had pistols in this round anyway, so they're just trying to get what they can. Kalzin with a nice shot, but they've already managed to defuse.
Faber has some other ideas as well, and he's actually watching the same angle, but he's pulled off it. He's heard a player inside of mid putting up that turret, and he wanted to go and look for anyone coming out of market. His timing is going to be key. Oh, again, they miss each other. Ships in the night, and eventually John will land the shot. And it's Magnum that he's taken down, now swinging wider. Hybrid will catch, will trade. And Shanji's losing some HP, but they've got the A site for their troubles.
Yeah, there wasn't much to stop them because of the setup that was in onto mid, so it's this same after plant, which Fnatic have been relatively good at getting back in on. They also have nearly all of their utility. They didn't use
Mystic.
any of it in the early stages of this round.
You naughty boy, Mystic. He's holding it. He knows. Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh no, the timing. Oh, the timing.
Okay, he gets there in the end. It's fine.
Whew, that wasn't an awkward fight. All right, so NIP in a position on site. 3 players left alive. Fnatic are going to be blitzing in. They've even got the Blade Storm to work with here. Hyber looking to find some victims, and there goes Mystic, but NIP just can't find the kills. They need BNJ, the last man alive, to go huge. No one's cleared down below. He's already got 2. BNJ gets it done. 11 rounds for NIP.
Wow.
This guy is an animal on the A site.
Player in under the Balk, have a look around, then they leave, and then send another player in just to check if BNJ is hiding there, because that is now 2 rounds that he has won from the exact same position.
Expected. I mean, they're going to be kicking themselves after that one. And we talked about the importance of that round. Everything in the setup was done perfectly by Fnatic, with Mystic waiting and catching them pushing through, with Hyber trading out the mid-peak where Magnum fell. Everything was done perfectly. And even still, they end up 11-7. That small gap that they left, BNJ just ripped a hole wide open in the game plan. You know, you look at what Fnatic have to work with in this round, they can still make it work, but it's now or never.
I always love that. You hear the drone, 0 point, no information, and they've still got this little trap play of 3 players waiting. And with everybody on the other side of the map, the problem is, because we've seen so many of these stack-ups, Fnatic aren't really taking much map control anymore. So they're just sat within their setup, no mid presence at all, in fact. And maybe that's because it hasn't really been pressured a huge amount from the opposing side. So they're just waiting for this take to come through, and because nothing's been seen by NIP, they're going to start doubling back.
Fearoth still has his recon to play with. It's come back online a little while ago. We haven't seen it popped out anywhere. It feels like he's keeping that for a reactive play. As they start to push in, Hyber going to be finding one from afar. The Odin trying to take him down and doing a damn good job of it. Boaster, oh, he's going to be caught. That play not quite working out. Fearoth will do his best from up above. 2 kills already under his belt. He's ready for more, but has to back out. 10 seconds left. Hunter's Fury to try and tag them, take them down, but he won't be able to deny the spike plant. He won't be able to get the kill with it either.
Close.
And Magnum, well, he almost catches him shifting over towards the boxes. But they've missed it again, and this is so scary. That Odin tucked in the corner. Bezany able to react off the back of it, and that's so beautiful from NIP. Now on map point. Timer hits 0. NIP got to dictate the pace here on the attack. The Ares early round, not going to find Fearoth anything. NIP were playing that Odin wallbang every single round, so they know well to avoid those early sprays, and it's a fast play in through market, but Fnatic have stacked up with 3 players currently on the site. The weaker weapon's going to be put to the test. Hyber already finding the first, but they've let John right through. He's come in through market, taken the first, and now look at Shanji in through the smoke. This is a textbook play for NIP, apparently. Poster not able to get anything done. This is left down to Fearoth. He's got to take down the final 3 players, and Spike is right in front of him. He's even upgraded to a Vandal. He's not going to be detected up close, but the flash is about to come around the corner. That is huge for Shanji. Those flashes have been, hands down, the most impactful KO flashes that I have seen.